we can't just ignore this. Lucy? What are you looking for, anyway?
The remote for the television. You know, Victor said there was another big hurricane brewing out there, you know, and I just want to check because, you know, those storms really spook me, and I wanted to see if the Weather Channel has any other...
Lucy, it's a long way away. But that isn't what you're afraid of, is it? You don't want to think about it. You don't want to think about that day a year ago when I walked into that hotel room and saw you. I saw you in bed with Scott.
Everything changed for us that day. And we never even spoke about it.
No, we didn't.
I hurt you so much.
We hurt each other. Maybe it's time to figure out why.
Scott rocks.
Will you answer the question, D.V.? Have you seen this boy before?
It's a good-looking kid. Someone close?
I don't know who he is.
You come all the way to your beloved New York City, asked to meet me at our favorite place.
What used to be our favorite place. This is important.
Well, it must be. Because I know you despise me. Yet, here you are, with a photograph of a boy you can't identify.
You don't get to me anymore, D.V.
Eve, your hands are shaking. And you're pale, like you've seen a ghost. Or have you?
You tell me.
Sorry. Never saw him before.
You're lying.
What is this stuff? Where are these equations coming from? They gotta be online. There's gotta be a web address. There it is. The secretary gets back.
Wouldn't you know, we're out of tea. This is something that Eve,
Thank you.
she picked it up, brought it home.
Well, who would have thought a year ago you'd be serving me something that Eve came up with?
Or be with Eve at all. Okay. That wasn't part of my plan, Lucy. It's just that at the time, I thought that you had died in a plane crash.
Looking for you and Eve. How ironic is that?
I got closer to Eve then, yes. But I couldn't let go of you. So I went to Florida hoping that I'd find you alive. So I could tell you how much I loved you. And that I wanted you back.
I had absolutely no way of knowing that. And you had just left me standing all by myself at that altar.
I know. I wanted to try and start over again.
Oh, my. Instead, I broke your heart. Tell me, what did you honestly feel when you saw Scott, in bed?
Too late, bozo. You walked away from her on your wedding day. So she gets to sleep with whoever she wants.
But
Deep down, I felt that you were mine. That no other man should be with you but me. So what the hell was Scott Baldwin doing taking my place in your bed? And your heart.
Oh, Doc. No, Scott didn't take your place in my heart. He just has a different place.
Scott told me he found this picture in your cabin.
You mean when he broke in, trying to kill me?
Well, there weren't a whole lot of other photos lying around. This was the only one.
I told you I've never seen it. Maybe it's the caretaker's son.
Really? Does the caretaker live on Jasmine Island?
Jasmine Island? Where's that?
This picture was taken on Jasmine Island. Why is the little boy in this picture at Kevin's old house?
Why don't you ask Kevin?
This is between you and me.
You've made it quite clear you don't like me. So I've done everything in my power to stay away from you. Yet here you come, barging back into my life, waving a photo I've never seen of a boy you don't know.
You do know. This is mine.
Excuse me. You just now said that Scott Baldwin stole it from my cabin.
You can't have this picture.
Why is this so important to you, Eve? You don't even know who this is, or do you?
Please don't take him away!
Who would I be making off with? Tell me, Eve, or he leaves with me. Last chance. Tell me who it is, or you'll never see him again. Fine.
Our son.
I just don't want to say anything that makes it seem like I'm blaming you for something.
But don't you?
Well, think about it, Lucy. We were just a couple of minutes away from getting married. I was ready to promise my love to you for better or worse. And as soon as I found out that you weren't honest with me, I turned around and walked out on you.
Without giving me a chance to explain.
That you would do just about anything to come out ahead of Eve?
Well, Eve wanted Serena. I thought she was going after her to control her and take over my little girl's life. That's what I thought then. It was. Doc, I know in my head I kept hearing this voice, you blew it, Lucy, this is all your fault, this is your doing. But you know me, Doc, I hate to admit I made a mistake, and this was a great, big, huge, ugly mistake. So I guess it was just easier to blame Eve, I could see that our breakup wasn't your fault, couldn't be my fault. It must be Eve's, because she's the one who told you that I was to blame for Serena's accident. And if she hadn't told you that, then I'd be your wife. I would be Mrs. Dr. Kevin Collins. And that was all I ever wanted in my life. And I had to watch that beautiful dream of mine go up in smoke.
Because of Eve?
No. Because of me. Because I lied to you. I lied, and you could never, ever trust me again. I'm so sorry for how much we hurt each other along the way.
We gave each other much more than we ever lost.
Is that your phone?
No. That's Victor's. He must have left it behind.
Someone needs him. Do you want me?
Be my guest.
Hello?
Lucy?
Scott, hi. It's good to hear your voice. Are you okay?
Yeah. What are you doing answering Victor's phone?
Oh, Victor left it here at the lighthouse. I'm here with Kevin.
Why?
Well, Deevee's men have been all over the place following me around, and we just thought that it would be better if it looked like Kevin and I were pretending to be back together.
Well, let's just keep it pretend, okay?
Of course I will. Don't worry. Listen, what's up? Have you found out anything?
Yeah, I did. He has a secret little room there with all this computer stuff and running some sort of a weird math program.
Well, what does all that mean?
No, but I got a web address, so it's someplace to start.
Oh, listen, take care of yourself, okay? Kevin wants to say something. Hold on.
Scott, where are you?
I'm at the airport.
Let me talk with Eve.
She's not here. She's still with Bordizzo.
She's what?
Kevin, she's in a public place. You have nothing to worry about.
Why would you want to meet with him in the first place?
Well, because we needed to get Bordizzo out of the office so I could sneak in there and look around.
Did Eve take along that photograph of the boy?
Yeah, she did. She was gonna flash it at Bordizzo and see what his reaction was.
Scott, if Deevee finds out that Eve had his child...
You think she's gonna say, hey, Bordizzo, you wanna see a picture of our kid?
When is she supposed to be back?
Well, now.
So where is she?
Stuck in traffic, I hope.
You shouldn't have passed this up. It's very good.
Is that our son?
Do we have a son?
You got me pregnant, David.
Well, isn't that funny? I don't remember your telling me that.
That's because I was afraid you would take him away from me. So I ran away. I didn't have any money. I was hungry. And I got sick.
You neglected your health while you were pregnant as well.
I did the best I could under the circumstances. But he died right after I gave birth.
What's his name?
He doesn't have one.
Didn't you call him Baby Lambert on the death certificate?
How do you know that?
I held that very sad document in my hands.
You knew.
Right from the beginning. I had you followed every step of the way. I almost intervened myself when you checked yourself into that backwater clinic. But your country bumpkin doctor was so easy to bribe, it all worked out.
What did you bribe him to do?
To get my son away from you.
My son is alive. He didn't die.
Alive. And very well. Though, with a new name, Baby Lambert didn't quite work.
You knew. You knew my son was alive and you kept him away from me all these years.
Well, at least you had 9 months with him. If your plan had worked, I wouldn't have known I had a son at all.
I want to see him.
And if I say no way in hell?
I have a right, David.
A right? You have a right. A right you had no problem denying me.
David, when I ran away from you, I had no idea how wrong it was to take a child away from its parent. I had no idea how much it would hurt.
And so now what? You've learned your lesson?
Yes. Yes.
Well, in that case, perhaps a visit could be arranged on one condition. A few years ago, Victor Collins wrote some letters to his son. I need them.
Why?
That doesn't concern you.
Fine. I'll ask Kevin if he remembers
No,
anything
you
about...
will not ask Kevin anything, nor Victor. Do you understand? Do you? I don't want anyone knowing about those letters. If you tell a soul about what I've told you to do, you stand no chance of ever seeing your son.
A heart that's torn.
Do you think she'll come back to you?
I know we still love each other. May the best man win.
A heart that's pure.
Would you date a girl who was a virgin?
A heart that's determined.
I'm much better for him than that hick.
A heart full of anger.
Dimitri was alive and you didn't tell me?
Follow their hearts this week on All My Children, ABC Daytime.
Does Scott Baldwin ever think before he acts?
Wait. Eve went with that photograph of the little boy. She didn't even tell us she was taking that picture.
Probably because Scott thought it would make great Bordiso bait.
No, probably because she wanted to do something on her own and stir up a little trouble.
So Eve's the troublemaker again. Great.
You know what? As a matter of fact, Doc, ever since you hooked up with that person...
That what? Lucy, what do you want to say about Eve now? Now that her life might be in danger, what? Well, go ahead. Give me your best shot.
Sorry.
What?
Sorry.
I don't know what to do with that. You never give up in the middle of a fight.
Well, I just saw that look on your face, you know, the one you always get when you're so worried about me, and just dawned on me, you're really, really hurting.
Well, like Scott said, Eve's a big girl. She can take care of herself. I'm sorry. I just don't like it when I can't be there to protect her.
I think the universe is giving us a little hint here, maybe, you know. Maybe we are with the right people.
If they're ever here.
Well, they will be, because the universe doesn't ever let us down. I gotta go because I can't let Sigmund down. You know, Aunt Charlene busted him back because he was getting sick without me, and so I need to go to the hotel and let him out of the bathtub, you know, for a minute, and so I'm gonna go.
Why don't you bring him sometime? I mean, he can always hang out at the duck pond, catch up with all his girlfriends.
He just has one. Call me if you, need me.
Thanks.
Mr. Zorin. Right on time.
Well, I wonder if you and I should be seen together.
Now that you've crossed over to my side, why, you weren't followed, were you?
Well, I made sure I wasn't. There is too much at stake. Are you any closer to finding those letters that Victor Collins wrote to his son?
Well, I've got an insider working on it now. Eve Lambert.
You had enough leverage to make her betray Kevin Collins and his father?
Well, you see, she wants to know about her son, the one she thought was dead. Oh, she'll try to convince me that she's doing my dirty work all the while trying to protect Dr. Collins and his father.
Risky business.
For her, not for me. She doesn't realize the moment I have those letters, Victor Collins is as good as dead.
Yeah, this is Cessna 19698, leaving LaGuardia, headed north by northwest to Port Charles International Airport. Please advise. Okay, thank you. Have a good evening. You okay? What the hell took you so long?
Oh, I'm fine. Why, were you gonna leave without me?
Oh, I was about to send in the hounds.
My meeting with DV just ran a little longer than I expected.
Well, did he mess with you, Eve?
No.
Good. Oh, yeah. Gave me enough time to get into his office.
Good. Then did you get what you were after?
I think so. What about when you showed him the picture, kid? How'd he react?
He said he had no idea who the